recruit and recruit and recruit. That is the number one order. That's the order I'm giving to all congressmen. Go and recruit.
Thank you for watching Lango News channel.
Them have already given up. They're just there in name. Then I found a young man who is ready to mobilize, is ready to move around, as testified by the assistant RDC. This young man has mobilized for UPC in Bunyoro and beyond. And we are going to continue mobilizing. Thank you. Before I enter my speech, I want to acknowledge my elder brother, Apap Bishop Achur. Amepera kobo kopa ya tuahuara dipo rumina tuongere. Apap Bishop Alfred Achur. Pamoja na askofu Udurkami. Asante sana kuja na asante mama neno. Lebi tuele ana tielu wako. Nina hakerumina Commander Adwongo Bishop John Charles Udurkami. I'm also taking this opportunity to extend a special thank you to my guest, my special guest, Jaffa Amin. Marana Dipo Mina Mara Omina Jaffa Amin. Thank you. Why you my tag? I am going to invite you, but I want to give a small introduction. I was invited to West Nile. West Nile as a first son. President. And I asked, what am I going to do in West Nile when I'm not even in the program to speak? West Nile. I was not briefed. But when I consulted the clergy, they told me, whatever the case, you go. I went. Gladly, my brother Jaffa was there. Jaffa was here when we buried my father. Milton Obote. When I went to Koboko, Jaffa took me to the spot where his father should have been laid. Koboko, Omina Jasper, Jaffa, and there I made a promise, come to Akokoro, we sit by the fire, roast some meat, and talk about the future. Yimbina kohoro kan wanatomo komai ototo oberio kunupulu wa oparme wado tubulu kan. My going to Koboko and Jaffa coming to Akokoro is reconciliation in action, not in words. There are people who are talking about reconciliation, meeting of first sons. They said August, we are now in October. President John Arwate Melo Rikokoni Dwema Boro. Era mani do tina Dwema pa. Whatever happens, we're moving ahead. We are all part of Uganda. Uganda. I am not going back to exile. If you're not comfortable with what I'm doing, if you're not comfortable with what I'm saying, my spot is just here. When I started this journey, I said, when it ends, I want to be put here. There are those who thought, I want to fight. I am fighting, but I'm using my mind. I'm not using physical means. And trust me, I am going to fight, and I'm going to fight with everything I have without killing anybody. If you want to kill, you come and kill me, but I'm not going away. UPC members are asking for direction. Number one direction I tell all UPC members, now is the time to recruit and to recruit and to recruit. We are not walking away, we are going to fight, but we are going to recruit our members. We begin today and we continue up to election and beyond. If anybody told you Akena is defeated, look, this is a defeated man. Is this a broken man? I can tell you it hurts. It still hurts. But I will get up and I will keep moving. Whatever you do, as long as I have breath, I must move. I want to send this message to the government and to the president. You have so misunderestimated us. You have so misunderestimated us. If you think we're going to roll over, I'm not rolling over. And do not mistake patience and calmness for defeat. If I'm quiet, it does not mean I've been defeated. I'll give you an example. I'm in sports. There are rules to sports. Last year, I took a team to Morocco for motocross of African nations. We rely heavily on government funds. But government funds sometimes are delayed. And this is for the message for these UPC people who are running around thinking money, 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 iPod money. No. If you want to carry UPC, you'll carry it on your back. We had a release in April. And then the next one came this month. How do these people think the party is operating? People think they're just coming to grab money. No. You must work for the party. I have seen candidates, I've seen people have campaigned with, we have worked for this party. When I went to Morocco, because of the delays, I arrived at the end of the first day. The racing is for 2 days. But I had to look for money outside of government to take a Uganda team, national team, to go and compete. Before you can race, they check your equipment, they check your motorcycle. When I came to check, the people were just playing around. Time was going. The official practice, I failed to practice. I At the time when people went to practice, these people are still checking this, checking that, checking this, checking that. I did not practice. The first time I saw the track in anger was when the race started. Pardon? I first saw the race, the track in anger when the race had started. So I had to move cautiously. But out of my category, of the ones who are riders over 50, I came third twice. And I brought back rewards for Team Uganda. That it will get one motor did be Uganda. So those of you who are thinking that the race has started, election is on, I'm not yet there. Even if they start me tomorrow, even if they start me in November, I will still run that race. Whenever they tell me tomorrow, I am there. Next week, I am there. Whenever I am ready for this race, and I'm not backing out. And that's why I say you misunderestimated me seriously. I was ready to embarrass this government. I was ready to put them on the spot in the international eye. But I failed. I'll tell you why I failed. When they were launching this CHAN competition, CHAN football, African nations in Kololo. I was invited as a president of a sports federation. So I went there. I was supposed to go, but I didn't reach. But I was invited to go, and my intention was, when they're playing the national anthem, Uganda, Akena was going to kneel. Akena no ruma bakite rumu no. Bobu chimwe poe. In sports, when you're protesting, it started with Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. It started in America where a sports star during the national anthem went on the knee. Why I failed? I could not go on my knee in Kololo where Milton Obote received the instruments of power and the Union Jack went down and the Uganda flag went up. That is the only thing that stopped me. Only. And people think I'm defeated. Watch this space. I will find opportunities to make my point be heard. What you're doing to me is wrong. What did Milton Obote stand for? When you understand the life of Milton Obote's life was tied in the well-being of the people of Uganda. If you want to see the definition of what Milton Obote did, look for the second 5-year development plan. There you see everything which is Uganda. And And that one, the second 5-year development plan was 66 to 71.
Dan the term plan ariko goni unu yai piera BCL to look at piera we are jail.
When we unpack those details, that is what makes Uganda what it is.
Kawano ngiu Germano kebero neno and German no appear tech every tune and I'm Uganda bidding or bidding.
Talk of health services, it's in that plan.
Copy come yot come TG plant.
You talk of expansion of education, it's in that plan.
Kai kobu kobi kom nyayo kobi kom puonyere TG plant.
Infrastructure, Karuma Bridge, 63, but that was the UPC program.
Kobi kom ger yo guru bridge.
That when UPC lost power in 1971, every statistic, whether it is social, whether it is political, whether it is what in Uganda, Uganda was thriving, Uganda was growing, Uganda was leading in Africa.
And you know me, Okaruno, UPC put Okwanyo Lochi Bodgi, Planki Okevicho, Uganda, Unuputia, Wara, Kunjo Jere Complantia, thou tell Uganda Karicham, no Locha Papa, dear.
Every statistic which touches on human life, it was working.
Kinoro long amono tia me guru quadano, no tiati.
I keep talking about the UPC plan was 2.5 beds for 1,000 people. 2.5 beds for 1,000 people. Hospital beds.
A plan a UPC, Uno Koni, Uno Tijo, two Tana di.
2.5 base.
Tutumia riwemi bi. Bijo tutumia gel. Mono statistic no.
Do you know how long that record stood?
Inyangu kita record no chungere di kararomene.
In Africa, what we achieved in 71 was only beaten in 2006 by Zimbabwe.
Plana na hariko kero choni endong Zimbabwe atuniye yario abichel.
2006.
Yario abichel.
Now, what do UPC Obote was about the people of Uganda? What am I supposed to do? You try to chain me, I will not be chained.
Lana rik tia duonga polo tamere duju no ti komber bera jo. Kari de temi duanyani mi to lokaningo.
If you are serious and you're doing something, then maybe we'll keep quiet. But you're doing nothing for the people.
Kari do nyika do timerningo. Irinyangi pe loka pier you pay it jo ginoro.
Year after year, promise after promise. What is happening?
Moi habiru ti hereti ko kayamo moi.
The problem is, you can hide something for the people. I want to read for people. Sometimes they say Akena is saying these things because all of you who came here, you either came from the Lira side or you came from the ferry. I was following the president talking about this road, I think when he was in either Molata or somewhere. I hope members of the press are able to get this one. Budget speech 1987. Minister of Finance then Christmas Kionga.
Minister Loli Mobero Christmas Kionga.
Paragraph 4.2. Mr. Chairman, the government is quickly taking steps to build on those positive developments. In the area of transport, a number of trucks, pickups, and buses have already been imported, and many are under use. Now, this is the important part. Funds to finance reconstruction of the main trunk roads have already been secured. These roads include, so this is roads where money is there.
Yes.
Number 1, Kampala Mitiana. Number 2, Mitiana Fort Poto. Number 3, Jinja Kampala. Number 4, Iganga Jinja. Number 5, Kampala Entebbe. Number 6, Katonga Kabale through Masaka and Barara. 7, Katuna Kabale. 8, Barara Ishaka. 9, Ishaka Katenguru. 10, Kampala Wobulenzi. 11, Pakwach Arua. Now number 12, of roads which funds have been secured where the Minister of Finance is announcing on the floor of Parliament. Masindi Apach Lira Kitko.
Ekom kwano yua eno kwana polo do kana pointerity yetieni obinu kobo kwa mo apiera boru we abiro ni mana me ayai Masindi Apach me wod kunu no miro dado chiene meretie.
The president said some of these roads, they're now tired, they need to be repaired. You people of Apache, who people use this road? Was this road tarmac before and we don't know?
Ne wuna meti uno kana na rehiberu uno ni imwaki no ti kare mora mo puyo ni lam ame wan pongeo.
Where did the tarmac go?
Lam woro kwene kata John Rio kera deteni.
Oh, where did the money go?
Chiene mero woro kwene kuno kero koi mieha dang roko bi chiene do tie.
1987.
Imwa hapiera boru we abiro.
I have argued with my colleagues in West Nile. You will find in the same documents the power which was going to West Nile. They say because of the rebel activity around Oluyo, that thing was moved from where it is going to West Nile to other parts of the country. Now, in 2024, 2025, that's now we're talking about West Nile getting power on the main Greek. Honestly, are we being serious?
Kairi poyo ni obino kero chon ni awayo machateri West Nile. Eti chana ajo toko bilwenya konya monu tikunu yolweo. Omiyo poro motero mach kunu. Chahere kare nasha. Peo keti joni mach. Awuro madungo toko bi. Imo hatu tutumia riwa pia riwa angwen. Ena dunga chako wayo mach.
Those are serious questions which we need to answer as we debate the future of Uganda. That is why there's a campaign. If I'm lying, you tell me I'm lying, but I'm quoting facts.
Mane no beru tamo chwicho ameka wan tiu kwa yokwir miru wan nen mirinen gina me guru kwajo kai wot kwa yokwir mirinen gina chi here chobo kana chunga tia kobogoba kobuni ana tia kobogoba.
1987.
Imwa hapiera boru we abiro.
For us as a family, 87 was also a bad year.
E karna era unu mwahana unu mwaharaj.
In 1987, we are told Karamojong came from Kide, beyond Kide.
Imwahanajo kuiwani Karamojong nyolok oyako mimalu tu Kide kusha.
They reached here na Kokoro.
Down tunu na hakokoro kanba.
They took our animals.
Okwale no kwanyo na hado huai kan.
And they killed my grandfather.
Otone kuna hakwaro na.
87.
Ipiera boru we abiro.
87, the whole of the north, animals were taken. Everything was up. Everything went wrong at that period.
Mwahanacha chielo no jama recho do timere. Le yinyo do kichinjo etumaro kan tut.
But we have had honest partners to engage in the future of Uganda.
One more ticket jo amekoni ugenne amemiro ketgi meti yuti melwa ke Uganda.
But you treat your honest partners like they are what? Useless.
Itetero kum jo amonu ugenne ni balobiri jo akonji pe.
I am not taking this lying down.
Pe abiro buru ping komia mekori meneno kodi goba kede puala jo anitia timu.
I have not raised this issue to say that I'm bringing up a hurt or a problem.
But you kopa kelo marania kelo peha pol.
I have sought reconciliation and I've sought peace with God.
Atamo dangunu mira anyut chunye no tekere joni ekada tekwa yoni mira nun kucha me yai botoba.
Earlier this year, I organized the graves of my grandfather, my grandmother, and many graves where I was not around to be able to sort out.
Ya chaki memwa hanien anabina yeholiel awerina pol duj metamania mak ami kut beri kona kiri jo adopano Ameriku yirugiana pe.
We have all lost people.
One duju ruenyo jo.
But losing people should not mean that we do not look for a future which works for all of us.
Kai when you down up at hello can you pay more on him? I may quite bear luck, I may unity tell.
The issue which I understand my father could not do because of the wound he felt.
And I knew and younger Jama pull a dong, I may papa no peramotimo. The one of my junior man a win.
But Jimmy Akena, son of Obote, has been prepared to go anywhere to be able to be in a position to work for the future of the people of Uganda.
At the Jimmy Akena do tear down with wood to Bodani. Dear more terme would work being a Uganda do so, make chubo can a paper opportunity.
And I will do so.
Down where him.
But I will never compromise the values which we stand for as UPC.
Bear Bironyo ye ping. Ekate do Peru, Ekate Wako, Tama UPC ping, Meti Yugina.
And when you're not doing right by the people, definitely I must have a chance to be able to express myself.
Kayin Pediti Muginora Bear Pilwak, Anna Menuatia Neno, Pehajuanelni, near a ya mother to Yugina Bear Pil.
That's why election, that's why we fought for democracy.
And give me one Lueno Pilochalwa, no.
Such that the people of Uganda can have that conversation together and make a decision, and we respect the decision, what comes out.
Mewe Luake Uganda be ping a kauto le you tamgi karachiel, otomoko tamgi tunga gina mitio tergi.
I am coming to the conclusion.
I chokdo tuni ya gikime kopa.
After the death of Abiriga,
Iyonge to Abiriga,
President Yoweri Museveni came and gave us a security brief in Parliament.
Our President Yoweri Museveni binu to locate Parliament. In
that brief, he described the role of Kikosi Malum and he described the role of Ronasa.
He koperna yate kobokop ame Kikosi Malum kede Ronasa obiruti.
He said,
Kobuni
Kikosi Malum entered Mutukula with only 1,900 people.
Ni Kikosi Malum donyoka kede job tutumia chiel limia bongwen.
And they didn't recruit.
Dampeko chojo.
Unlike him who entered Uganda in December of 78 with about 24 people.
Aenda party ena medonyi Uganda imwahapira biru waboro ijopia riyo ya mwene ken.
When April of 79 came, he had 9,000 men.
I karamedwe man when me pira biru ya
Voters.
I adwuma puro Milton na meti upuro pinkari choi kopere. Obino koni omonyacha unuopobero bolkwi.
You have seen the pictures.
Yini neno chialege.
Many are children.
Olki dujo bero tina tino.
Others were from Rwanda.
Maodango kelo na Rwanda.
They are not voters here.
Obero bolkwi tina tino.
The point I'm making here is President Museveni was preparing for what he wanted to do.
Kopana mitini ya unukan. President Museveni nutia yihere tamere mechubu mirimere ndoa mitutimo.
Milton Obote is being accused that he's the one who was killing people. Where was Milton Obote the whole of 78, 79?
O adwo borama obero kobuniano nutia neko joati mongoni. I piera biru aboro kere piera biru abomwen. Unwadwo Milton Obote kwen.
79 Obote was nowhere in Uganda.
Ibi ya chaki me piera biru abomwen. Adwo aporo boro no pay Uganda. Kodo kobi piera biru abomwen.
He came at the end of May for an election in December.
Obiri ya kikitwe ma big. Yera monu abiritwe ma aparario.
People who on the ground were doing their recruitment and their preparation. Let me ask my candidates here.
We kwa penyu chungurani piani kananu jo amonu tipping unutia yi jo pi koro yera.
All of you who are standing for the last 1 year, what were you doing?
Unameti chungurani yi mwahachi yelo karni unuetiti yunungo.
You on the ground.
Unueti unu peti yi kunu bolkwi.
You didn't leave a gap because if you leave a gap, somebody can easily come through.
Pe we unu aride moro dom pian kai we hichwi no akuro donyo kotoma yi jo.
Milton Obote was locked out for the whole of 79.
Adwo apolo Milton Obote jo punko imwa piera biru ya bongweni tut bongole Uganda.
The British Foreign Secretary writes it. Milton Obote was locked out for the whole of 79.
Imwa piera biru ya bongwen apolo Milton Obote no tioho bedango ye no donyo Uganda.
Milton Obote comes, he sees the situation, he sets up a plan, and in a few months he was ready for election.
In Karenu Drew Milton, Tene no jama tie yi twera no no keken. Tek chako yi ko plan era ber. Ada do yera do choki. No endo tia terra me chun. Dangela nyokui.
In July, when we were preparing for this election, we started our branch elections.
It will ma biro. I don't tia yi herani. Te yi ko yera me yi party. Ame chaire branch. New Paris.
In Lango, 283,000 people voted in the branch election.
Ilang kan your mere yoy pier bor we are dead. La yoy pier bor we are dead. Only your tutu mere yo pier bor we are dead. And I'm oboru queen. E ka yerame branch.
Not Tutumia.
Tutumia mere yoy pier bor we are dead. And a polo only lack your polo only lack can open enemy to get the tira.
In East Acholi, 85,000.
E tu donya chieng ma Acholi. Ono tia di. The tutumia pier bor we are beach.
In parts of Teso where we are preparing for primaries, I think 70,000 participated.
It takes on what to me up here a biro.
So by July, I had about 450,000 people on the register.
If we may be no ticket, your young when to me young when to me young when if you're a beach. I don't lack the way well job. After you can't job only lack.
I am preparing for January. How many people are going to be ready for January?
Ana kerani atia ye herej we machel. Jomena nungutia terej we machel.
Others are recruiting soldiers. I am recruiting an army to fight for votes.
Ena jo kene tia choyo munyi. Ana tia choyo jona me wood bola kui.
This army is ready for votes.
En monyani tie me bola kui.
Vote collection, vote protection, mobilization. That is the army I have recruited.
Monyania bedo mekuru queer dangane no ninga topo kwalo kere kwoka bear and katene ni queer watu maber.
And you don't recruit an army to stay at home, you recruit an army to fight, but we are fighting an election.
Yin pe choa monye bedo pachu. Ichoa monye lwen. Ere me wani wani choa ya mon bikope yera.
And I'm going to fight that election. Whether you want me on the ballot or not, I'm fighting that election. Have I ever left my candidate anywhere?
Kari mitu nyope mito. Ana luen pi yera no. Ti kare mora nyuara weho chungna ho. Pe ana chunke gi ya chakina ya giki.
I have never left my flag bearers.
Pero weho jo ma bende.
I am not ready to leave my flag bearers today.
Terra me weko nga tomorrow.
Whether you mistreat me, whether you try to lock me out, I will stand with my flag bearers and I'm going to fight to be on that ballot myself.
Kari do ikobi ngoengo ara chungi jo na da beri kare me bolo kwiri. Kare chelke.
So our task number one is to recruit. Recruit and recruit and recruit. That is the number one order. That's the order I'm giving to all congressmen. Go and recruit.
Your tutumia when if you're a big beromo. One meda make sure you are pull. Ameromi wachu ya terra yera.
When we fight elections,
Kawano luenyi yera.
I'll give you an example of the war which we fought in Oyam North.
Ami tokumi yuwa por. Iluenya me wan luenyi yera mo yami malo.
At night before elections,
Iwora mo no yera peru timere.
The extra motorcycles which were brought to escort the ballot boxes from the EC stores to the sub-county and also to the polling station, those are all arrested at night.
Pipi ameonu wano kelo. Melu wako queer kwa nyikana mogo ye store jome electoral commission. Mepo po igombora. Ongalo daro to mako tuwe yugi oko politi.
While we are sorting that one out, our agents in Icheme Town Council were being beaten and chased into the bush at night.
I want Purumor one wame wato pipi in politi. Jo wanu wote koro queer. Ocha onu pudu gyoko Icheme.
So I went to defend my candidate knowing that there's already a problem. By removing those agents, we had a margin of about 6,000 votes, which we were sure of. By removing that one, we knew now we are defending 4,000.
Yana temi teka dujukura ngeoni kwirwa tutumia BCL cha no tiecha. Unungeo ni ukwako ducho. Ede ya jent wama ukwanyo ni. Wando tobe mi hani kari ni ngoingo. Kuitutu miya ngwenu nuodotia metia tera.
When we continued the fight, we blocked the areas. They now went and targeted our leaders. General Zulu was one of the people who was taken.
Ichado wanadonya do weru watukiyo. Odo chako do moyo tela wa. Ba job julugi. I don't want to daro to mako kwa kona kana gino.
They took our leaders thinking that they'll be able to penetrate, but they found a second layer and a third layer of defense. They failed to penetrate.
Isha gino kwanya utela wa balo job julugi no. Gino tamu nido motiho wa. Era chunu monopod ring na machiel. Donyi ring na marioi na madek. Beda uyotigi.
We kept on fighting until the Tally Center.
Meda lueny na huburu na akana kwa ye akwano kwiriye.
Where we should have won comfortably, we end up winning by about 500 votes. That is the sort of war we are going to fight.
Icha monu 1 miro loi kwira pol.
You are not fighting a fair war. You must win emphatically to win.
Kai mi to lueny miri luenya me te lo yo lochi kume. Kai mi te lo gi te weko gi kapadit.
That's what we're preparing for.
And you know 1 or 2 years no.
I have not blinked, I have not turned, I am not going to go anywhere. If you are going to stop me, the only place you're taking me is here.
And Powood Canora Canawuriepe, Kadukina mi to Joka, I don't know me okwana, I don't berupe, Canado and a Biruki Kokwayo Quire Yena who can cheat me, we know.
But while I have breath,
can't put it here, will.
And the idea still lives.
I don't put it here, may put that equal.
Because UPC is an idea, you cannot bury UPC.
Kakumana Tikan, baby, you could UPC ananen.
You can't.
Baby,
you can't bury an idea.
Baby, no, you go, I mean, I know what you're winning your name.
And the worst thing you can try to do is to try to bury an idea whose time has come. You cannot bury an idea whose time has come.
You better you could tama medo tia katoa, a medo wineritia kela. I make ya me rom.
The time for change is now.
Chawa me alo hadu tununi.
We have played our part. We have remained calm, and I ask you to remain calm. But whatever you do, do it with your conviction.
One of you ginamiro tea do. Daratia kwa yuni ubedu na chunyu wa pie. Kinoro ducha mamita ni wano biru team okarache.
Until this matter is sorted, when the national anthem plays, Jimmy Akena is going to be on his knees praying for Uganda.
Wano team ukini na hiyagiki na hawangutum. Eri kunuo Jimmy Akena tiuke richoe ping melego pi Uganda.
And this is to register that I don't agree with what is being done. It is wrong. It will be wrong today. It is wrong tomorrow. I will still do everything. But what you're doing to me is wrong. What you're doing to Uganda is wrong. I will not accept it.
And Pabiru Yegi Noro Duja Racha Unity Timo. And Amida Kubuni Unity Timunikoma, Bebera Twali, Edipad with Junior Chien.
I am confident in one thing.
Junior Tia.
I have spoken the truth.
Akoba Teni.
Of recent, I've heard somebody saying things which I know to be a lie.
Chiki na winyo jo magotia kobo kopawo. Ame arangia teni ni uberu koba.
But the God whose son is himself truth, cannot allow a lie to succeed.
Ni koba. I
will stand by the truth, whatever it costs me. It is what I owe my father. I promised him to set the record straight. I have been setting the record straight. I will continue to set the record straight.
Ni abino ti jami ducha tira da abino yiku jami kitari hermi akede tam da pura bino meda muna do en penny.
I am determined that UPC shall rise and shine and be able to lead this country positively once again.
Atiko migeni UPC pura ya kai wul malo da putelo yolobo me Uganda ni.
As I leave, there are a few people I need to introduce.
Amedo chogyani atikere jomogo amemira nyuri.
I have my auntie here.
Atikere papa ametikan.
This is my father's younger sister.
Mano papa tidi mere Apollo Milton.
She will be 98 in November.
Aya yirine no bero mo apiro bo mwena boro idwe ma para chelli.
This is
Yara bo mwena boro, yes. And not teme kwa yukicha kiri dog bero karachel.
We start step by step, but we have made progress.
Wana uchaha mono et kanutu guri ongene abera bad. Mono wata min kere wato bore elatia muluri okor gino.
I need my translator to be the man who has been with me since peace 2007. This very spot where we have buried the father of the nation is where I was with Jimmy and the whole family. While Buganda was saying they will never let him pass through Luero. I took a car with John Angole's son called Peter Otim, who's in Barbados right now, or Bahamas. And I loved watching Peter Otim driving while I just relaxed all the way to Akokoro City. So coming here and seeing probably 1 million people made Kakwa son of the soil think. When I came here, they welcomed me with pleasure. And they gave me respect. I'm one of 60 children. My mother, Nora, is from Borbor. But there's an important one who's a lieutenant general. Taban. There's an old man from Ebuje called Odorofosi. Lango. Odorofosi came here to Daudi Odora's home. I believe the brother or cousin of Mr. Opeto. And took a maiden whose name I've forgotten and went to Langodiang and gave birth to Elenechi. Elenechi was a very tall lady, and my giant father, who was a boxer, fell in love with the son of the soil from Akokoro and Ebuji Langodiang, giving birth to Tabana Amin. When I came here to bury the father of the nation, as ISO director asked me, why did you go to bury? In my tribe we go, kai, 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 kai. The father of the nation is your grandfather. What do you mean? Your grandfather's Odorofosi came to Daud Iodora and took a maiden to Langodiang and gave birth to your mother. That's why I came here to pay respects to the father of the nation. I've been making peace ever since. And I will still continue making peace with every tribe. We were together with him from the days of 2007. While he questioned the issue of coin, we were also questioning the issues of West Nile Bank front coming back to our homeland. My brother can view his grandfathers just like I can view my grandfather and grandmother who are buried in Arua and Koboko.
Thank you for watching Lango News Channel. Please subscribe for more updates.